So who is responding? Who is going to check it? Who is checking the data? I need your answer, students.
Sir, the data in the previous chapter, right?
Yes. We are taking a single example only, na, throughout these three
Yes, sir.
chapters.
Yes, sir.
So can you please check the data for me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you please tell us what are the data points you have for rent of apartments?
The number is 225 to 30, like that.
525, 530, then 535. How many times? 5 times, right?
Yes, sir.
5,
Yes, sir.
540, how many times? 5
So
times.
5 times.
5 times, sir.
545, 5 times.
Yes, sir.
550, 7 times.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
560, 3
3 times.
times.
Yes, sir.
565, 3
3
3
times.
times.
3 times.
570,
2 times.
2 times.
571,
So 1.
572.
572, 1, 575, 3,
3.
Yes, sir.
580,
4.
4,
4.
585, 1, 592, 593, 590 is 3.
593, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
600 is 4.
4.
4.
610, 2, 615, 1, 625 is your
3
3.
times.
3, sir.
3.
3, sir.
635, 1, 649, 1. 651, 672,
2.
675, 2, 681, 691, 700,
4.
4,
4.
715, 2. Correct?
2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we have taken the correct data. Now please concentrate to this screen, all of you. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to calculate the distribution shape, whether there is any skewness or not in the distribution shape. So in our last chapter, we plotted the histograms, if you remember.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we have to check how the data is distributed, how the distribution, when we plot the distribution, how the shape of the distribution looks like. Is there any skewness or not? That is what we are trying to calculate here. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So if we have this, if we have this whole data, so first we have to, create a bin size here. Correct? A bin size. Bin size means the range which we have taken last time. In your assignment also you have taken the range. Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
You have taken the range, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So about the bin size, what we are going to take, we will take, say, 525. So we'll take from 525, 550, then 575, then 600, then 625, then 650, then 675, then 700, then 725. Right? We can take 500 as well. put a dollar here. It's not required. Okay. So this is my cumulative frequency.
Yes, sir.
So everyone, I hope everyone is following this, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you have to do assignments on this. So you have to be very clear on the things which we are doing. And even in exams also, these kind of things will come. So you have to be very clear. So how we did this? We have used a formula called frequency. We have selected the data range. So what we are actually doing here, we are trying to see, in this range, how many, numbers are available in this data range. So if we have 70 data samples, say from 500 to 524, how many data are there? From 525 to 550, from 524 to 525, how many data are there? Only one, correct? From
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
500 to 524, 0. From 524 to 525, 1. From 526 to 549, it's 25. So this is just a formula which will pick up automatically and check. Right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you repeat, please?
So what we are trying to see, we have created a range in our last session. You put some histograms here. You have taken a class, say 50 to 59, if you remember in your assignment, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
also called bin size. Okay. So why you have taken this? Under 50 to 59, you wanted to see how many numbers are there. Yes or no? Tell me. Under
yes, sir.
60 to
Yes,
69,
Sir.
how many numbers are there? We are trying to. So similarly, from 500 to 524, how many numbers are there? That we have to check. So we can do it through a formula. That is what I am saying. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So from 500 to 524, there is no number in this array. Correct? From 524 to 525, how many numbers?
One.
One.
Good. 1. So from 526 to 550, how many numbers?
25.
25.
25.
25. So this is a cumulative frequency. So what it is doing, it is also adding the previous one as well. Are you getting my point? So actually the number is 24. Actually the number is 24. It is also adding the previous number as well. That is why it is coming 525. You see this, the count is 24. So likewise, total number of samples have been covered, 70. That is called the cumulative frequency, correct? If you remember
Yes,
in
sir.
our last session, which
Yes,
we have
sir.
done.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now,
So,
if yeah, tell me.
so when you were calculating the cumulative frequency, so why did you put that dollar sign there?
Acha, good question, good observation. So this dollar sign actually freezes this when you place a dollar sign before the name of the column. That means we are specifying column A, right? And again, the dollar sign signifies that we are specifying the row 2 up to A71. Here also we are specifying the column name and row number. So just to make you understand, who asked this question?
So Isha.
हाँ ईशा, देखिए अगर मैं डॉलर साइन नहीं दूं तो क्या होता है? अगर मैं डॉलर साइन नहीं देता, इफ आई डोंट पुट अप डॉलर साइन, ये करेक्ट आंसर आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
I have selected from here to till end, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the bin size from here to here.
Yes,
अब
sir.
जैसे मैं डॉलर साइन नहीं दिया, अब देखिए इसको अगर मैं ड्रैग करूंगा ना, इसको अगर मैं ड्रैग करूंगा ना, देखिए ये A2 से A3 हो जा रहा है। ये देखिए ये एरे शिफ्ट हो गया, 525 को ये छोड़ दिया। आर यू गेटिंग इट?
Yes, sir.
अगर मैं यहाँ पे डॉलर साइन दे दूं, अगर मैं यहाँ पे डॉलर साइन दे दूं और उसके बाद अगर मैं ड्रैग करूं, तो ये जो एरे है वो शिफ्ट नहीं करेगा। अब देखें इसको, अभी देखिए ड्रैग करते हैं हम, ठीक है? देखिए A2 ही है, देख रहे हैं?
Yes, sir.
A71 ही है। So we are trying to freeze the array by putting the dollar sign. That is what we are trying to do here.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
अगर ये हम नहीं देते तो ये एरे जो है ये शिफ्ट होता रहता नीचे की तरफ, जैसे जैसे मैं इसको ड्रैग करता। ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now अब मुझे, now we have got this cumulative frequency. Now what we are trying to do here, calculate the the normal frequency, means the actual count of the numbers. So we have to count the frequency. So for the frequency, what we have to do, so for this we have to do this. This minus this, this minus this minus this, this minus this minus this minus this, this minus this minus this minus this, this. Then this minus this minus this minus this minus this, this minus this minus this, this this minus this minus this. This minus this minus this. You see this, the total is becoming 70 here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The total is become 70. Now, so if it is, you know, if it is so if it is relative frequency, how we can calculate the relative frequency here? How we can calculate relative frequency, students? How we calculated the relative frequency here?
Sir, frequency of class upon n.
Upon n means the sample size, correct?
Yes, yes,
So
sir.
we have this total. So how we will calculate the relative frequency? This divided by
70.
70.
we have to freeze the cell. This is my relative frequency.
Yes, sir.
And in case if we have to turn it into
Percent frequency.
percent frequency, that we can also do, right? This is coming 1. Is it correct? Tell me, students.
Yes, sir.
So if it is so, we have to calculate the mean as well. X bar is my mean.
Yes, sir.
How will you calculate the mean? How we will calculate the mean? X bar formula क्या था? What is the formula of X bar? Students, please respond. Students, please respond.
Sir, sum of data by n.
This is 590. Correct? 590.8.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. We have to also calculate the standard deviation S. We can calculate this standard deviation, yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
So in Excel, the beauty is you need not to write the entire formula of standard deviation. So there is a means template formula for standard deviation function. Standard template function is there for standard deviation. You need not to calculate, means you have. So what is the formula for mathematical formula for standard deviation? Tell me, students.
The root
Sir, root
under S
over
square.
Who is saying one by one, please?
The root over S square.
Root over.
S square.
No, that is the ठीक है वो variance. How? What is the formula of variance in that case?
So summation of x1 minus x bar whole square by n minus 1.
But here that formula is quite complicated, right? From variance we have to calculate the standard deviation, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here you can do otherwise. So variance is your S square, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is your variance here? How will you calculate the variance here? If your standard deviation is given, how will you calculate variance?
Some
बोलिए.
standard deviation to the power 1 by 2.
To the power
1 by 2.
standard deviation is what? Standard deviation is how we calculate the standard variance and standard. It means S square is your variance. If S square is your variance and S is known, then how will you calculate S square?
So squaring variance, squaring standard deviation.
This is your variance.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it correct or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Good. So here we are given a formula of skewness. Now, before I get into the skewness formula, first we have to check, what kind of plot we are getting. So we are doing descriptive statistics, so we must get some plot, right? Okay. So can you see this graph which I have plotted just now? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So hope you have seen that how I have adjusted the scales from 500 to 750. Correct? 725 rather I would say. Or what I have taken? 700 or 750? 725. I have taken it up to 725. Let me take it up to 750. This is the plot that we get, right? Now, what is the mean here? What is the mean here? Students, please answer me.
590.8.
590.
590.8. Where is that point? 590.8?
So near
Sir.
600.
Almost here. So let me put a line here. This is your 590.8 or almost.
Yes, sir.
This is my 590.8, right? So now tell me, if my mean is here and I have plotted the relative frequency or the frequency of the data. If you plot the frequency and you check this, mean, what you see? This entire, most of the data is skewed on a particular side, yes or no? Tell me. Means, what does it mean? Means whatever data we have got here, all of these data are under this curve or not? Tell me, students.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Under this area or not? All the data that we have,
Yes, sir.
right? And out of this whole area, most of the area is on the right hand or on the left hand side of this mean.
Yes, sir.
Is the maximum
Yes.
area goes beyond this line? Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
This situation is called the skewness. Is this clear? In some cases, if you had the graph like this, say, if your graph if your graph would have looked like this, will it be skewed? Yes or no? Tell me. Equally distributed on the both the sides? Students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And in another case, maybe, say, you could have a situation like this. You could have a situation like this.
Yes, sir.
That is skewed or not? Tell me, students, whether it will be skewed or not. Tell me, please. Which one is skewed and which one is not skewed? If your central line is there, if your central line is there, and if you have you know, you have the frequency like this, will it be skewed or not? Tell me. आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा है क्या आप लोगों को? Students, you have to answer me.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
क्या समझ नहीं आ रहा है?
Skewed का मतलब
स्क्यूड का मतलब है कि बॉस एक साइड पे ये झुका हुआ है. आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा है ये चीज कि इफ यू हैव दिस एरिया अंडर द कर्व, so how we have generated this curve? How we have generated this curve? Please answer me. Unmute yourself, please, first. All of you unmute yourself. Now tell me how I have generated this curve. Students,
so from the table.
from the data given, what we have done step by step. Tell me from the beginning.
And the bin size is on the x-axis.
X-axis. We have plotted the graph, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So when we have plotted the graph side by side, we also calculated the x bar, that is the mean.
Yes, sir.
So what I am saying, mean is the central location of the whole data. Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So if I put this bar, it divides this whole graph into two portions. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes,
So
sir.
if it is divided into two parts, and if we see on one side there is higher amount of area goes, this is not equally distributed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Equally distributed.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So if it is equally not distributed, then it is a skewed thing. Skewed means once when it is not equally distributed on the both side of the mean, that means the frequency is skewed. What does it say? An important measure of the shape of the distribution is called the skewness. Skewness can be easily computed using statistical software. So we are doing it through Excel. So we created this distribution. We created this distribution of the data. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
And we calculated the mean, and we are seeing that on one side most of the area goes. So this is biased on the right hand side. That means this distribution is skewed. किसी और एक डेटा में ये हो सकता है, आपको दूसरा तरफ भी स्क्यूड दिख सकता है, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is what I was telling you, my students, कि ऐसा भी हो सकता है ना कोई एक डेटा में, सिर्फ ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में ही हर बार आएगा, ऐसा भी हो सकता है ना.
Yes, sir.
Then also
Yes,
it will be called skewed.
Yes, sir.
Skewed
Yes.
नहीं है कौन सा?
Equally.
Very good. So equally distributed. That means वो शेप कैसा दिखता है? लगभग ऐसा ऐसा दिखेगा.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
इसका मतलब स्क्यूनेस इज 0.
Yes, sir.
इसमें स्क्यूनेस है, रेड वाले में स्क्यूनेस है,
Yes, sir.
येलो वाले में स्क्यूनेस नहीं है, ब्लू वाले में स्क्यूनेस है. करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
रेड इज स्क्यूड, yes or no? Tell me.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yellow,
Not
No,
skewed.
sir.
and blue.
Skewed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
समझ में आया है सबको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
चलिए, बहुत बड़ी बात है, अच्छी बात है. ठीक है, अभी हमको देखना है व्हाट इज द अमाउंट ऑफ स्क्यूनेस. ये तो हमने शेप से निकाला है दैट इट इज स्क्यूड. करेक्ट? बट वी हैव टू सी हाउ मच स्क्यूनेस इज देयर. हाउ विल यू कैलकुलेट द स्क्यूनेस अमाउंट? हाउ विल यू कैलकुलेट द अमाउंट ऑफ स्क्यूनेस?
Formula.
So what is the formula here? What is the formula
N
given?
by n minus 1 into n minus 2
हाँ,
into
ठीक है, तो हम स्क्यूनेस कोफिशिएंट पहले निकाल लेते हैं. ठीक है, जो अभी आप बोल रहे थे. क्या था? n डिवाइडेड बाय
n minus 1 into n minus 2.
n divided by n minus 1 into
n minus 2.
N minus 2.
Very good. तो ये कोफिशिएंट निकल गया. अच्छा, आगे क्या निकालना है हमें? xi माइनस एक्स बार डिवाइडेड बाई s. s मतलब क्या है? व्हाट इज s?
Wait. Sorry, standard deviation.
Standard deviation.
स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन. वेरी गुड. सो हमें x माइनस एक्स बार निकालना है ना?
Yes, sir.
That means we have to add a column here, and we have to find out minus x bar.
Bar.
x minus x bar निकालना है ना हमें?
Yes, sir.
ये निकालना है हमें?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
x
sir.
minus x
Yes,
bar.
sir.
So let us do it. Minus x bar क्या है? What is x bar?
Mean.
590.8.
So to put a dollar sign here. है ना? Then we have to divide it by
Standard deviation.
standard deviation is 54.73721.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then we have to do a whole cube. Formula बन रहा है ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But so the formula was x minus x bar.
कोई बात नहीं, एक ही बात है. x माइनस एक्स बार करेंगे तो क्या प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा? डिफरेंस में कुछ होगा क्या?
I don't know.
अरे you don't know. So 5 minus 3 and if you are
But the
doing.
sign will change.
Pardon?
So sign will change.
So what you are suggesting?
So if we do x minus x bar, then the answer will come negative.
X minus x bar we are doing, na?
Yes, sir.
So we are doing the x minus x bar. Is this good now?
Yes, sir.
ये x minus x bar है कि नहीं? आप बताइए पहले देख के.
So अभी है.
अभी है? अच्छा ठीक है, चलिए बहुत अच्छी बात. ठीक है,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो इसको ड्रैग कर देते हैं. क्या गलती किया है हमने बताइए तो?
Dollar sign.
अब ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
इसके बाद क्या करना है हमें? बताइए जी, फॉर्मूला में क्या है?
So multiply.
मल्टीप्लाई से पहले क्या करना है?
Summation of add करना.
Very good. So what we will do here? We'll put sum. ठीक है अभी?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
उसके बाद मैंने मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया. अच्छा ठीक है, E16 पहले लिखते, नहीं तो मुझे फिर से ब्लेम करेंगे कि सर आपने मल्टीप्लिकेशन बाद में किया. अब ठीक है
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
मैडम?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा ठीक है. तो कोफिशिएंट से स्क्यूनेस कोफिशिएंट के साथ हमने इसको मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया सम को. ठीक है. सो व्हाट वी हैव गॉट 0.92433. तो हमारे पास क्या है? लेट मी सी. So this is just an example. If the skewness is 0, then it looks like an ideal जो मैंने no skewness का बनाया था, if you remember, yellow colored. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
In that case, you will get a skewness of 0. So in some cases, you may find in negative. If it is negative, then the skewness on the right hand side of the mean bar.
Yes, sir.
That is the blue one, the blue line which we had, है ना?
Yes, sir.
or if it is positive, that means
Left hand side.
Left hand side.
that is on the left hand side. अब इसका अगर हम निकाले, जो हमने ऑलरेडी कर लिया है, स्क्यूनेस इज 0.92, तो हमारा आंसर करेक्ट है.
Yes, sir.
हमारा
Yes, sir.
कितना निकला है इस पे?
90.
0.92 निकला है.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So our calculation is absolutely correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, very good. Okay. So the next is the Z score. So just tell me now, is there any difficulty in understanding the whole thing?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Is
No,
this
sir.
absolutely clear to
Yes, sir.
everyone?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Will you be sharing this as Excel sheet?
ये किसके लिए बनाया है मैंने? मेरे लिए बनाया है
नहीं, sir.
जी. हाँ बताइए, तो रोज एक सवाल पूछते, तो आप ही के लिए बनाया है ना, क्लास वर्क के
जी,
लिए.
जी, जी.
ऑफ कोर्स शेयर करेंगे इसको, ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
So I hope it is very much clear now. So you can do this. तो इसको हम ठीक कर देते हैं. इसका जो टर्म था, हमने क्या किया, डिवाइडेड बाय एस किया है ना.
Yes, sir.
एंड इसको क्यूब किया था, करेक्ट.
Yes, sir.
कहाँ चला गया? Divided by S. That was my formula. है ना? Okay, so I'll rename this sheet as a skewness. Okay, so next is our Z score. Now the Z score, this Z score is often called the standardized value. So it denotes the number of standard deviations. A data value xi is from the mean. So this is something which we calculate. Xi minus x bar, which we try to calculate here. If you remember, you remember this? X minus x bar
Yes, sir.
divided by
Yes,
S.
Yes, sir.
This is what is our Z value. Right? This is what is our Z value. This is also called standard normal variate. Please write it down. If any question comes that what do you mean by standard normal variate? You should not be confused. Many people got dropped.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that would be standard, normal, variate. Okay. So an observation Z score is the measure of the relative location of the observation in a data set. A data value less than a sample mean will have a Z score less than 0. A data value greater than the sample mean will have a Z score greater than 0. मतलब एक में नेगेटिव होगा, एक में नेगेटिव होगा,
Positive. Yes, sir.
एक में पॉजिटिव होगा. डेटा वैल्यू इक्वल टू the data value equal to the sample mean will have a Z score of
0.
0.
Keep repeating me, huh? So in this case, इसको थोड़ा सा हम रैप कर लेते हैं, इसे समझने में आसानी रहेगा. अभी ठीक लग रहा है ना? तो Z स्कोर कैसे निकालेंगे? How we will calculate the Z score? Students, xi minus
X bar divided by S.
Yes.
xi minus
X bar
x bar
by S.
By S.
S मतलब
Standard deviation.
Standard deviation.
is it correct? Is it correct term?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो हमने यहाँ पे क्या बोला है कि जो Z scores 0 से कम है, the Z scores having less than 0 means the Z score having less than 0 means repeat me.
The data value less than sample.
The data value means the observation value.
Observe. Yes, sir.
The sample value is less than equals to
0.
is less than the sample
The
mean.
mean.
Oh, sorry.
Is less than the sample mean.
Sample mean.
Means sample means sample means
X
X
bar.
bar.
Correct.
ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है कि नहीं है? तो
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हम अगर देखना चाहें तो आप थोड़ा सा रिलैक्स होके इस पे थोड़ा कंसंट्रेट कीजिए, मैं चाहता हूँ. ठीक है, इस पे थोड़ा कंसंट्रेट कीजिए. तो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, if it is less than 0, ये जितना स्कोर है मेरा, ये अभी जितना मेरे पास है यहाँ पे देखिए, मैं एक फिल्टर लगाया हूं, मैंने किया है लेस देन 0, ठीक है? ओके, मतलब अभी मेरे पास जितने ऑब्जर्वेशन है ये मेरे मीन से कम है, बिकॉज वी हैव लेस देन 0, करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If it is greater than 0, that means ये सब मेरे सैंपल मीन से ज्यादा है। चेक कर सकते हैं आप, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
यहां पे मैंने फिल्टर लगाया था, करेक्ट? सो इट गिव्स मी एन आइडिया। अच्छा, अभी एक 0 देख ले कि कोई 0 है कि नहीं, इक्वल्स टू 0 है कि नहीं। कोई नहीं है, मतलब सैंपल मीन का बराबर कोई ऑब्जर्वेशन वैल्यू नहीं है मेरे पास, करेक्ट? करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
गुड, ठीक है। ये सब बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इन टर्म्स ऑफ योर एग्जामिनेशन। इफ यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड, रेज इट राइट अवे। कुछ अगर समझ नहीं आया, स्टूडेंट्स अभी आपको बताना कि सर कुछ नहीं समझ आया है, दोबारा बताइए। मैं पूरा और आधा घंटा मैं इसी पे बात करूंगा, बट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड एवरीथिंग।
So can you explain Z score once again?
Yes, sir.
Z score is the difference between the sample mean and the observation value divided by the standard deviation. If the number Z score is less than 0, that means that observation value is less than the sample mean. If it is more than higher than 0, that means if it is in positive number, that means the corresponding observation value is higher than the observation sample mean. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
समझ आया है? अगर ये वैल्यू Z स्कोर का जो वैल्यू निकल के आ रहा है, किसी में -1, किसी पे -83, किसी पे -74, ये जितने भी वैल्यूज आप देख रहे हैं, if it is coming minus, the significance is the corresponding sample value is less than your sample mean, correct?
Yes, sir.
All of you? Okay, good. कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है? अभी बताइए। It is showing the same thing. You have to raise it right now. बाद में मैं नहीं सुनूंगा कि सर मुझे समझ नहीं आया था, वो Z स्कोर क्या था मुझे समझ नहीं आया था, क्योंकि आगे चल के हम Z स्कोर बहुत रैंडमली यूज करेंगे, ठीक है? ये सब फंडामेंटल्स है। नाउ यू हैव टू क्लियर योर फंडामेंटल्स इन दीज क्लासेस। क्लियर? ओके?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, now we come to the Chebyshev's theorem. So at least 1 minus 1 by Z square of the items in any data set will be within the Z standard deviations of the mean, where Z is any value greater than 1. Chebyshev's theorem requires Z is greater than 1, but Z need to be an integer. Now what does it mean? So it says at least 75% of the data values must be within the range Z equals to 2, that is your standard deviation of the mean. At least 89% of the data values must be within Z equals to 3, that is the standard deviation of the mean. and at least 94% of the data values must be within z equals to 4 standard deviation of the mean. So what it is saying, if you have, say in case of apartment rents, if you have z equals to 1.5, let z equals to 1.5 with x bar 590.8 and s equals to 54.74. तो ये क्या बोल रहे हैं, थ्योरम कि multiplied by your standard deviation, that is 509, and x bar plus z minus s, that is 590.8 plus 1.5 multiplied by 54.74, that is 673. So 56% of your values are between 509 and 673. This is something related to your interquartile range, if you remember. So actually 86% of the range values are between, 509 and 673. So it's what it says, if you take a z value that is 1.5, okay, so whatever z value you can take, there is no problem. But if you take the z value of 1.5, okay, this 1.5 will be used in the formula 1 minus 1 by z square, which will give you a percentage. And that percentage says of the values, observation values, must be between x bar minus z of z multiplied by the variation, the standard deviation that you have, and x bar plus z into the standard deviation. Okay. So here the crux of the story is, don't get it confused with too much of terms. कभी कभी ये z हम 1 लेते हैं, in some cases we take 2, in some cases we take 3. ठीक है, sorry, in some cases we take 2, in some cases we take 3, in some cases we take 4. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
कभी हम z value, it signifies कि z का वैल्यू अगर हम 2 लेंगे, at least 75% of the data values must be within this standard deviation of the mean, z equals to 2 standard deviation of the mean. मतलब हम 75% of the data values हम create कर सकते हैं. that इसका मतलब ये है, मैं ड्रॉ करके बता रहा हूँ आपको, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. हाँ, I need everyone's attention here. मान लीजिए ऐसा है, काम करते हैं, इसको प्लॉट करते हैं। Let me put this thing into a graph, which will help you to understand.
Excuse me, sir.
हाँ बोलिए।
So many people are unable to join the meeting. I also got disconnected and joined now.
तो क्या करना है मुझे? What I should do?
No, sir. Hansraj told to inform you that.
That I can see. Means you are there or not?
Yes, sir.
You are there, na? ठीक है. So that I can check from your attendance that many people has not joined. There is no point in that. People who are not joining, not joining. I cannot help you them, help them, right? If someone is not joining. Okay. So what I was saying that if this is my graph, students, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in some cases, we will take z equals to 2. That means Chebyshev's theorem says this is my mean line. So this is my mean line, ठीक है? This is my mean. Correct? So if I plot the data, so if I plot this data, so what it is saying, Chebyshev's theorem is saying that at least 1 minus 1 by z square of the items in any of the data set will be within the z standard deviation of the mean, where z is an value greater than 1. Right? So if you put the value here, the z value 1 minus what it says, 1 minus 1 by z square. ठीक है? So if you do like this, 1 divided by best way to deal with this kind of a situation is first do this, then we do this. Right? Okay. So this is the value that we have got, right? So what it says that 1 minus 1 by z square, this is the value that we have got. You know, z equals to 2, that means we take 1 and 1. That is the standard deviation that we take on the both side. That is equals to 2 multiplied by sigma. Sigma means your standard deviation, S. In some cases, what we will do, this is 3, this is 3. Are you getting my point? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 means the distance from the mean. The first quartile, the second quartile, and third quartile. So in that case, what we do, 3 into sigma. 3 into sigma means 3 into x plus, and this will be your x minus. This will be your x plus. This will be your x minus. Clear? So when we are calculating this particular mean, the value of this mean would be your x, where I should write x. So Chebyshev's inequality says that when we do x plus 2 standard deviation, x plus 2 standard deviation, it covers 75% of the data values. When we do x plus 3s, 3 of standard deviation, 3 means z of 3, it covers 89% of the data values. Similarly, if we take 4s, that means, students, if we take 4s, that means
94%.
94% of the data values. That is what the Chebyshev's theorem is. So this is very simple. Don't get it confused with other things. This is just to understand how this z value can give you a perspective of standard deviation. So if it is 3, then please try to appreciate one point. When we are talking about this Z score, what is actually, just apply your sense. It is actually saying where is your a sort of a index or sort of a line far from the mean line. So if your mean line is 0, because if you remember, I have searched it Z score of 0. मैंने क्या बोला था स्टूडेंट्स, अगर नेगेटिव हुआ then it is on the lower side. Students, please appreciate. If it was 0, then it is on the mean line.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If it is less than 0, then it is on the right hand side.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If it is on the right hand side, so the Z scores are having less than 0, it obviously mean it is less than the mean value. मतलब आप अगर इसको हम hide भी कर दें, if I hide this particular column, if I don't see, ठीक है, I can tell X12, this entry, the sample number X11, sorry, the sample number X I के बदले हम इसको डिनोट कर रहे हैं X12 से, X11 से, ठीक है? आप भूल जाइए कि यहां पे कोई आपका वैल्यू है, जस्ट फॉरगेट अबाउट इट. मैं इसको हाइड कर देता हूं. ये आपका ऑब्जर्वेशन वैल्यूज है. ठीक है, 70 तक 70 सैंपल्स. अब मुझे बताइए X31, this value is higher than the mean or lesser than the mean? Please tell me.
Less than.
Less than the mean. How you are figuring it out?
So because it has negative sign.
Yes, very good. So it is less than 0. ठीक है. अगर ये 0 होता, जैसे मान लीजिए कोई एक का मान लीजिए 0 है, in that case it is equal to the mean, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
तो ये मेरा सेंट्रल लाइन जो है इन Z टर्म्स, इन टर्म्स ऑफ Z, ये सेंट्रल लाइन है 0. On the right hand side it is less than 0. Sorry, on the left hand side it is less than 0. On the right hand side it is greater than 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
तो ये बोल रहा है कि अगर मैं अब कितना दूर तक जाऊं मैं. अब यहां पे क्या किया हमने, ये 1, 3, 4 ऐसे कुछ स्टैंडर्ड लाइंस बना दिए हमने इस एरिया को. जैसे ग्राफ शीट्स होता है ना, फर्स्ट लाइन, सेकेंड लाइन, थर्ड लाइन, ऐसे कुछ हमने वैल्यूज ले लिया है Z का. यहां पे वैल्यूज है ना,
Yes.
1 है, 0 से 1 तक है ना, तो यहां 2 भी हो सकता है. We can have a value of 2 also, 1 also, means -1 also, -2 also, and -3 also, right? And similarly here we can have 1, 2, 3 in plus? हाँ या ना?
Yes, sir.
अब
Yes,
इनमें
sir.
ये जो जितने भी वैल्यूज है, ये कुछ वैल्यूज -1 तक ही आ जाएंगे। यहाँ पे ऑब्जर्वेशन कुछ कुछ -1 तक ही आ जाएंगे।
Yes, sir.
जैसे 0, जैसे x10 ये यहीं होगा, x10 यहीं पे होगा, इस लाइन के पहले होगा।
Yes, sir.
ये सब मेरे 1 के नीचे हैं, करेक्ट? -1 के नीचे है। ये मेरे 1 के ऊपर है। These are my above 1, -1.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, ये सब मेरे +1 के नीचे हैं, +1 के नीचे हैं, और ये सब मेरे +1 के ऊपर हैं।
Yes, sir.
और ये मेरे 2 के ऊपर है। ये सब मेरे 2 के ऊपर है ना? तो हम क्या बोल रहे हैं, शेबियेव क्या बोल रहे हैं कि 75% ऑफ द डेटा वैल्यू मस्ट बी विद इन 2 इन मोस्ट ऑफ द डेटा। जितना भी आप डेटा लेंगे, ठीक है, 75% इसके नीचे रहेगा, 2 के नीचे रहेगा, करेक्ट? और क्या बोल रहे हैं, 89% ऑफ द डेटा वैल्यूज मस्ट बी विद इन 3। अब ये जो 2 है, दैट 2 मीन्स from -1 to +1. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
उसके बाद वो बोल रहे हैं कि इफ इट इज और 4 के नीचे, 4 स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन ऑफ द मीन वुड बी 94%। ठीक है, तो आपका जितना भी डेटा है यूनिवर्स में, इफ यू पुट इट इन दिस वे and if it follows the similar distribution, in that case 94% within the z equals to 4 standard deviation, 89% z equals to 3 standard deviation, and 75% z equals to 2. ऐसा ग्रुपिंग होगा z स्कोर का। Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
ये एक थ्योरम है, ये उतना आपका प्रैक्टिस में ही है, बट इसका फॉर्मूलेशन कुछ हम बाद में यूज करेंगे जब नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, हम अपर कंट्रोल लिमिट, लोअर कंट्रोल लिमिट हम बनाएंगे इसका। ठीक है, इसका उतना ज्यादा यूज नहीं है, बट दिस इज गुड टू good to have concept. Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
ठीक है, चलिए, आज बहुत ज्यादा हो गया मुझे लग रहा है, आप लोगों का आवाज नहीं निकल रहा है आज एकदम भी। हाँ, क्या ज्यादा हो गया है क्या आज?
Yes, sir. थोड़ा सा.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
अच्छा ठीक है, चलिए ठीक है, ये मैं आपको सेंड कर रहा हूं, आप इसको पढ़िएगा क्योंकि हम शेबिशेव थ्योरम तक आज कवर कर दिया है, ठीक है। तो नेक्स्ट डे हम इंपिरिकल रूल से स्टार्ट करेंगे। नेक्स्ट डे वी विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम इंपिरिकल रूल एंड वी विल कंप्लीट दिस होल चैप्टर, ठीक है। सो शेबी अप टू शेबिशेव्स इनइक्वालिटी वी हैव कंप्लीटेड। This is called Chebyshev's inequality theorem actually, ठीक है। So we'll start it with empirical rule, ठीक है। So I would request, I'll share the slides with you. So please study up to Chebyshev's theorem. We will start empirical rule from next day onwards and try to see this whole you know the whole data the whole data the way we have developed, ठीक है।
Yes, sir.
चलिए,
Yes.
all the best, take care. Now we will close for the day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
चलिए, take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. Take care.